Welcome ESL to the 1987 series, week 11, as we are down to the last final races of the season. Randy Pierce is doing his qualifying. He was week 10's winner. We'll see what type of laps he can put together today. Who will win the pole at Martinsville? And it's currently CJ Slava on top of the leaderboard. Will this time hold 19 seconds, 0.598. As she rounds the last turn and crosses the line. CJ Slava is on the pole, and DOG continues their hot streak. Randy Pearson second, Ducky Zoom third, Braden Goddard fourth, Colin Porter fifth, Lizzie McGlover sixth, Yodi seventh, Chris Weber 8th, Morningstar 9th, and Gully McGuire rounds out your top 10. We will see what will CJ do during this race. It's been a while. He's been in victory lane. Can it be today? I'll be back in a few minutes for the start of the race. And we are back getting ready to get week 11 underway here at Martinsville. Martinsville is a very tough track, 1 mile track. There's going to be so much traffic during this race. So which drivers will be able to navigate through this traffic? You're looking at a one-stop race. Unless we have multiple cautions, then that will change things. As you can see, the sun is starting to set, so eventually it'll start getting pretty dark. Nightfall. It will continue to cool down the track. The track will change as this race goes. Their points leader is Devontae Wilkins. He is up by 32 points. Wilkins is currently starting 29th, so he has his work cut out for him as we get ready to get this race underway here at Martinsville. And their green flag waves. And week 11 is underway in the 1987 series. And quickly, CJ Slava has a good start. He's currently holding on to the lead. It's going to be tough to make passes here as well. You got to pick your spots here. In second is Randy Pierce. Then is Ducky Zoom. In third, Porter fourth. Goddard fifth. We'll see which lane will be the fastest, the inside, the outside. Which lane will the drivers choose? Sometimes on the outside, drivers can get very wide and lose momentum on exit. There's Scotty McGuire currently in 18th. And it seems like that inside lane might hold all the speed here early. CJ Slava still in the lead. He also has the fastest lap of the race, even though we're only a few laps in. So DLG has brought some speed as of late these last few weeks here in a different series, next gen as well. So they've been definitely doing their homework, building their program the right way. There's Colin Porter in fourth. There you see Nelly in 10th. So DLG, 3 cars in the top 10 early on. But we still got a ways to go. Second in the points is Morningstar, and he is currently in 7th, so a good run by Morningstar. Thomas Noble, third in the points, well, tied for third with Isabella. Noble's currently 11th. And Isabella currently in 9th. The only driver that's not near the top 15 is Devontae Wilkins. He is currently in 20th. He has picked up a few spots, though. He's going to have to continue to do this throughout the race. He's got to shoot for at least a top 10, top 15. You don't want the drivers behind you to gain too much ground with only a few races to go. There's the number 8 of Ricky and Chris Webber. This is a battle for 13th. Right behind him is Eric Belmont, Tyler Grins. There's Trunnion currently in 12th. He is currently tied for 8th in points. back 45. I mean, these drivers still have a shot at it. They just need a few things to go their way, and they need to have a good finish. No less than a top 15. But CJ is now starting to pull away from Randy Pierce, about a second lead. CJ's one of those drivers, he's 45 points back from the points leader. CJ's had 3 top 5s in the last three races. So he is getting hot at the right time. And Randy Pierce, he won Week 10's race. Right now, he's running second. So some of these drivers, they definitely made the right adjustments in that last progression of the season. And it's definitely showing, as it looks like Randy Pierce has gained 2/10 on Slava here. Can he catch him? We're probably looking at about 100 laps on fuel. Dougie Zoom in third. Porter fourth. Yodi fifth. Lizzie in sixth. Goddard in seventh. Morningstar in eighth. Isabella Ramon in ninth. And Nelly in 10th. As you can see, there is already traffic up ahead. And this is the issue that these drivers are going to run into all day long, pretty much. They're going to have to figure out how to get by this traffic without losing too much time. We'll see what is the preferred lane here to make passes. And will Randy Pierce be able to capitalize here? As CJ's gonna have to start navigating through this traffic. Pierce will too. As you can see, Pierce has closed the gap and closed it quick. And this is what starts to happen. Now CJ gets a little wide there coming out of 2. So if CJ starts to struggle trying to get by this car ahead of him, now he goes to the inside. He's going to try to make the pass to the inside. Pierce is going to try to follow him. And CJ finally gets by. But these drivers are going to have to deal with this all race long. Tires is king here, so what type of pit strategy will these crew chiefs have in this race? Because if you stay out on worn tires too long, you're going to lose a lot of time. There's Dougie Zoom in 4th. Colin Pierce is now in 3rd. There's Lizzie McGlover and Morningstar. Morningstar's to the outside. Can he make that outside work? It's definitely tough to make passes on the outside. But he seems to be making it work here. The track is at 81 degrees, 2-mile-an-hour wind. As we check on our points leader, Devontae Wilkins currently in 19th, up 10 positions. So he's making the most of it right now. Continues to try to slowly and methodically go through the field. As we go back to your leader, CJ, still in the lead. And he has been doing a decent job trying to get through this traffic. As he has the 5:10 up ahead. Now Goddard and Dougie Zoom are going at it for fourth. Dougie Zoom has been slowing down. He's already lost 2 positions here. So tire wear is very big at this track. So if you don't manage your tires, you will fall off very quick. And Goddard gets almost to the wall. I'm not sure what happened there. Maybe he missed. He was on the brakes too late. I'm not sure what happened there, but he almost hit the wall. That's how wide he got. Looks like he missed that braking zone for sure. Your biggest mover right now in the race is the 03 of Eric Belmont, up 12 positions, currently in 13th. Right behind him is Thomas Noble trying to battle with Tyler Grims. AJ Striker's there, Chris Webber's there, Nolan Pierce. Rims on the inside, Noble on the outside. Some drivers are making that outside lane work. There's Andy Dunwoody down at 27. He just lost a few spots. Isabella Ramon trying to battle Ricky. This is for 10th. This Isabella Ramon is in the hunt. Right behind her is the 47 of Trunnion. He's also he's in the hunt. He's currently tied for 8th. 45 points back. But right now, Devontae Wilkins is in 19th. So these drivers, if the race were to end right now, would gain some ground on the 033. So a lot can still happen from here to the end of the season. These drivers just have to have consistent finishes as Dougie Zoom loses another spot here, down to 6 as Yodi just passes him. So he qualified great, but he seems to be struggling now the deeper we get into this run. There's Colin Porter currently in 3rd. As he's going to try to get by this 510. All up on his bumper. He gets a little wide there. Let's ride on board the 498 for a few laps. CJ Slava still in the lead. Look at how much traffic is in front of CJ. He's going to have to navigate through all this mess here. As he's trying to pass Stephen Waters. Waters is currently 31st. There's already a few cars a lap down. Waters trying to battle hard not to lose his lap here. Waters holding his own in the inside. CJ has to deal with Holdorf right in front of him. And CJ is struggling getting by that 77. And this is going to help Randy Pierce gain some ground here. And Colin Porter, he's there as well. And you can see Goddard in the picture. So CJ cannot play around and get stuck behind this traffic for too long. It's harder and harder to make these passes on worn tires. Trunnion and Morningstar going at it. This is for 11th. Trunnion on the outside, Morningstar in the inside. Every spot is crucial here, with only a few races to go. And Devontae Wilkins, your points leader, continues to climb through this field up to 15th. So he is doing what he has to. Very bad at qualifying, but he's making up for it now. up 14 positions. He knows there's a lot at stake. He doesn't want to lose too many points in this race. CJ still in the lead. He finally got back by Holdorf. Steven Waters is giving him some issues, though. He cannot get rid of Waters. There's the 27 of Mello. He got very wide there. And it looks like CJ might finally get by the 77. And he does. As we're about halfway through this fuel run, I want to say. We're getting close to the halfway point of this race as well. As you see, Thomas Noble currently in 14th. Trying to battle the 03 of Eric Belmont for 13th. Right behind them is the points leader of Wilkins. They continue to go at it, and Wilkins almost made it 3 wide there. I don't know if that was a good idea. It's usually not when you go 3 wide, especially on a track like this. Now Wilkins trying to get by his teammate. And this is for 14th. This is definitely a track that you have to grind. That is for sure. CJ dealing with a little bit of more traffic here. He's got the 28 of Dunwoody, his teammate, ahead of him. As we have 26 cars on the lead lap. Dougie Zoom got by Lizzie. Dougie's in 6. He lost a few positions. He got one back. We'll see if he can get things going. And Wilkins gets by Trunnion. Wilkins up to 13th. He is definitely on the move here. He seems to be getting faster and faster the deeper we get into this run. Up 16 spots. Dougie Zoom, after he was doing well, he just lost a ton of spots, down to 9th. He maybe got too wide, maybe got very close to the wall. CJ with a 3-second lead over Pierce. Still has a few cars up ahead of him. He's going to have to contend with here. As you see, some drivers get very wide. They miss their braking zone, get so wide, get so close to the wall. They ride up the track, lose a ton of momentum. And that could cost you a few spots. Look at that 97, almost hit that wall. There's Lizzie and Yodi. This is for fifth. Number 18 of Nelly, he is currently in 7th. There's Wilkins in 13th. Up 16 spots. CJ, his lead has shrunk down to 2 seconds. All that traffic, he cannot get by these cars. Harvey goes up the track. As we are past the halfway point of this race. Who is going to head onto pit road first and try to take advantage with fresher tires? I think that's key. If you come in early, you'll have that fresh rubber. Can you make it work? Because you could gain a lot of time if everyone else stays out. There's Eric Belmont and Morningstar trying to battle for 11th. Let's do a rundown of your top 5 in the points and see where they at currently running. Your points leader, Devontae Wilkins, first in the points, currently 13th in this race. Morningstar, currently in 12th, second in the points. Thomas Noble, third in the points, currently running 16th. Isabella Ramon, currently in 9th, is tied for 3rd in points, down 39. And in 5th in the points is Freddie Trammell, currently 21st in this race. As Wilkins is about to lose the spot here to Weber. And Weber easily takes the spot away from the 033. Well, actually, the 033 is trying to battle Weber. And now we got our first car onto pit road. And that's Braden Goddard. And he comes in pretty early. Well, everyone else follows suit, and now we have another taker, Pierce. Pierce is also on pit road. And none of these other drivers are going to wait too much longer here because they know they could lose a ton of time. As Goddard exits pit road. Your leader's on pit road too. Pit road is a lot of traffic out pit road. You don't want to make a mistake out pit road here. CJ gets into his pit stall. It's nice to have that first pit stall. That's a 54. Almost got into the 03. As CJ comes out of pit road. We'll see how this shakes out once we cycle through here. And that caution comes out as the 52 he flipped a few times. Wow. He took that turn so fast. It seems like he just took this turn going so fast, and his car, he's like way too on the inside. It goes on two wheels, hits the 038. He goes airborne, hits the catch fence, and does a barrel roll. And the 033 gets involved as well. And this creates all types of chaos here at Martinsville. That was a wild sequence of events here. There's a few cars on pit road. Eric Belmont's on pit road. Tyler Grims is on pit road. Cars are pretty much destroyed. And if you get too close into that curb, it's not a good result. I had to throw the caution as it seems like the pace car got too far ahead. Something happened there. So I had to throw the caution out again. trying to create some order here after all that chaos. Oh, and that, okay, so there is something definitely wrong with this track, and I'm going to call this race. This race will not count. There is something definitely wrong with this track. So I'm going to look at the short tracks, and we'll be racing on a different track because this track is broken. So give me a few minutes while I look through these tracks and find one that's similar to Martinsville, and we'll run it back. I'll be back in a few minutes. We are at Bristol. So we will run week 11 at Bristol instead. As Pierce is doing his qualifying. Pierce crosses the line and is on the pole. CJ Slava in second. Justice Blackwell third. Porter fourth. Morningstar fifth. Harlow sixth. Logic seventh. Trunnion eighth. Trammell ninth. And Eric Belmont rounds out your top 10. I'll be back in a few minutes for the start of the race. So let's try this again. Devontae Wilkins, your points leader, currently starting 22nd. Bristol is pretty similar to Martinsville as far as distance, half-mile track. Bristol has these high banks though, and a lot of drivers could use multiple different grooves. There's a lot of lines you could use at this track. Hopefully we have no issues. You could never know what we can run into sometimes. But we got some bonus racing here today. And we are underway at Bristol, week 11. Pierce in the inside, CJ in the outside. At this track, you're also gonna have to deal with traffic at some point. Randy Pierce with the fastest lap in the race. CJ in second. Track is at 115 degrees. Colin Porter in third. Justice Blackwell fourth. Morningstar fifth. Bob Harlow in sixth. Yodi seventh. Trunnion eighth. Lizzie in ninth. Eric Belmont in 10th. Most of the drivers are kind of in their similar position before the other race had its issues. There's Tyler Grimes in 21st. Isabella Ramon in 24th. Thomas Noble 17th. There's Randy Pierce. Doesn't have a big lead. We'll see what happens once these tires begin to wear down. There's Colin Porter still in third. Morningstar's there in fifth. Justice Blackwell. Trunnion trying to battle Lizzie. This is for eighth. There is CJ almost to the bumper of that 006. Pierce is using that high line. CJ is using that lower line. CJ so far cannot get there. Trunnion about to lose another position, down to 10th. Right behind him is Gunny in 11th. Look at your points leader, currently in 18th. Behind him is Tyler Rogalowski. Randy Pierce still holding on, but not by much. CJ's all over his bumper, but cannot get by. And now we started to see traffic up ahead. There's Trunnion trying to fight back. Gets by Lizzie. She falls down to 11th. Devontae Wilkins continues to climb through the field. Up to 13th. He's taking advantage of that outside line. He is up 9 positions. As the leaders are already trying to get by traffic. And the track has warmed up to 119 degrees. There's CJ gonna look to the outside of Pierce. Will CJ try to make it 3 wide here? Now CJ stuck behind a lap car, and Porter's looking to take advantage. Well, now Porter's on the outside. He's stuck behind that lap's car. Pierce cannot get by the 509. Lizzie and Tyler, this is for 11th. Actually, now it's Lizzie and Gunny for 12th. Let's go through your top 5 in the points. Devontae Wilkins. Wilkins first in points. Currently 16th. Morningstar. Currently in 4th, second in the points. Thomas Noble, 24th. Currently 3rd in points. Isabella Ramon. Currently 30th. Tied for 3rd in the points. And Freddie Trammell, 13th, currently 5th in the points. There's Colin Porter. Trying to get by this traffic. Let's ride on board of 498 for a few laps. See drivers struggling with that wheel. There's Trunyan in the top 5. As he gets loose coming out of 2. CJ Slava, he loses a spot. And there's Porter on the outside, about to take the lead for the first time today. And takes the lead away from the 006. He almost gets into that lapped car. Now CJ trying to hold out to second. And Pierce is about to lose another spot, down to from first to third. Pierce trying to make it 3 wide going into turn 3. Wow, he made 3 wide work there. Very risky move. Now CJ trying to use that middle lane. This is going to help Porter just pull away over a second lead. Morningstar and Trunyan. Morningstar using that high side. Devontae Wilkins, not sure what happened to the 033, but he is currently 29th. Maybe he brushed by the wall. Maybe he made contact with someone. Not sure. But he was marching through the field earlier. He needs to be careful. He does not want to go a lap down here. As Porter continues to extend his lead, almost 2 seconds. There is Randy Pierce on the outside, gets by Holdorf, moves into second. So much traffic back here. As the track continues to warm up, 121 degrees. Randy Pierce with the fastest lap in the race. As we are getting close to the halfway point. Nolan Pierce and Lizzie, this is a battle for 13th. And it looks like Wilkins is kind of back on track here, getting things moving again. He maybe just got caught in a bad place and lost a ton of positions, but he looks okay now. There's Gunny in 11th. Behind him is Nelly. But all three of Belmont is there as well. Gunny into 10th in the top 10, up 4 spots. Porter still in the lead, but has lost some time. He's trying to use that high side to his advantage. There's Stephen Waters in 16th. Well, he's trying to battle for 16th with Justice Blackwell. There's just so much traffic this part of the field. It'll really slow you down. As the leader continues to try to weed his way through traffic. Pierce still with the fastest lap so far. Their biggest mover is Andy Dunwoody, the 28, up 9 spots. We still have 27 cars on the lead lap. As we are getting close to pit stops, there's only going to be one stop this race. Look at all that traffic. There's 3 wide in front of Porter. It's chaos in front of him. And there's Randy Pierce taking advantage. He has closed that gap. There's Morningstar on the outside. He moves up to 3rd. Make that 2nd. Porter tries to put a block on him. It looks like Morningstar is gonna take the lead here. This traffic is creating so much havoc for the leaders here. Porter's down to 3rd. Pearson 2nd. But this is not a good spot to be, because if you start getting low on fuel, there's no way you can get out to pit road. And now Morningstar has finally cleared some traffic. And there is Pearson 2nd. Can Morningstar hold on to the lead? CJ in 3rd. Wilkins is not too far ahead of the leaders. Now it's CJ trying to battle for the lead. Him and Morningstar side by side. Coming out of 4. Morningstar's ahead of a lapped car though. Morningstar trying to use that high line. So close to the wall. But it is working. As he takes the lead right back away from CJ. When will drivers come into pit? We gotta be getting close to pit stops. CJ in 2nd, trying to battle Pierce. Colin Porter still in 4th. Harvey in 5th. Bob Hartle 6th. Yodi 7th. Trunnion in 8th. Tyler 9th. And Andy rounds out your top 10. Who will flinch first? Who's going to come onto pit road? Colin Porter and CJ trying to battle for third. I thought CJ was going to go out to pit road for a second, but not yet. But we got to be close. Morningstar still in control. Close to 3 seconds. Morningstar trying to put Belmont a lap down. And he does. As we have 100 laps in the books right now. 21 cars still on the lead lap. And we are still waiting to see when these drivers come onto pit road. And here we go. Morningstar, the leader, gets onto pit road. He's the first one in. It's probably a wise move. And he's going to have to come in and out. And he is the only one that came in. He might be able to extend his lead here. Here comes Mike Mello, the 27. As Morningstar exits pit road. And here comes Pierce. Colin Porter. Trey Smith. Gotta have a good stop here. Morningstar had 27 seconds. Now CJ's on pit road. Here comes Bob Harlow, Yodi, Andy Dunwoody, Nolan Pierce, Tyler Rogalowski. We'll see what happens as we start to cycle through here. Right now, Braden Goddard is your leader. Now he comes out to pit road. Lizzie McGlover comes in. Devontae Wilkins, your points leader, still out on the track. he's going to lead a lap. He's going to get some points here. And now he comes onto pit road. We'll see where Wilkins comes out. AJ Stryker, the only one not to come in. Now she's on pit road. So we're about to completely cycle through now. And he comes out 25th. Well, he should get some points for leading a lap. Morningstar, he is your leader. And it looks like something happened to the 54 of Dougie Zoom. Yeah, he has some damage to that right side. So he made collision with that wall, seems like. Let's run down your top 10 after those pit stops. Morningstar, he is your leader. Randy Pierce in second. CJ third. Colin Porter fourth. Chris Harvey fifth. Yodi sixth. Andy Dunwoody seventh. Bob Harlow eighth. Thomas Noble ninth. And Stephen Waters rounds out your top 10. Some of these drivers had a great pit stop. As we only have 14 cars on the lead lap. As this race is winding down. Morningstar with a 2.5 second lead here at Bristol. Let's do a rundown of your top 5 in the points currently and see where they're at out on the track. Devontae Wilkins, your points leader, currently 21st. Morningstar in second. In points, currently your leader. That is a big swing right there of points. If the race were to end like this right now. Third in the points, Thomas Noble, currently 9th in this race. Isabella Ramon, tied for 3rd in the points, currently 25th. Freddie Trammell, currently 5th in the points and 14th in this race. There's a few drivers like CJ Slava. He's tied for 8th in the points. And he is currently 3rd, so he's going to cut into the points lead for sure. The same for Trunnion. Trunnion currently 19th. He needs to gain a few more spots. Each spot he could gain, he'll cut into that lead a little more. But he's still in striking distance with a few races to go. That's all you want. You want to give yourself a chance. Morningstar with a 2-second lead over Pierce. As we have 19 laps to go. Bob Harlow moves up to 8th. Hopefully everyone topped off on fuel and can make it to the end. Can Morningstar hold on for another 15 laps? There's CJ. He moves up to 2nd. But he is dealing with a bunch of traffic. Does he have enough time to catch Morningstar here? It's gonna be tough. As he almost makes contact with the 1. As they continue to get so close, almost touch every time. But CJ was much faster when he was riding the wall compared to using that middle lane, and now he's gonna go back once again to the middle lane. And Randy Pierce takes 2nd place right back away. Morningstar with just 1 car in front of him. And that is only another car after Trey Smith. But there's not much traffic. If he can get by Trey Smith, he's probably going to pull away from the 006. 8 laps to go. Can Pierce get there? He's under a 2nd behind Morningstar. Morningstar cannot get by Trey Smith. Randy Pierce looking to go back-to-back wins. But he needs to catch up to Morningstar. Six laps to go. And there is Pierce under half a second Pierce is closing that gap and fast. Can Pierce steal this win? 5 laps to go. As they come out of turn 4. 4 laps to go. Morningstar desperately trying to get by the 20. But he just cannot do it. Pierce trying to gain some ground here. Just doesn't seem like he could gain it, continue to close in like he was earlier. As they come out of 4, 2 laps to go. But Pierce is almost there. Now Dougie Zoom is in his way. As the white flag waves, a last lap at Bristol. Pierce riding that wall, trying to close the gap as they're in the backstretch. Pierce is going to try the inside here. Does he have enough momentum? He does not. Morningstar wins at Bristol, week 11. Man, Pierce gave it a heck of a run at the end. Just could not get there. And this is Morningstar's first win of the season. Heck of a finish at the end. Congratulations to Morningstar and the loss. Pretty sure he's on Lost City. That's a great win for him. And that's going to help him in the standings as he is currently second in the standings. And Devontae Wilkins finished 24th. So that 32-point lead that Wilkins had, there's not going to be much of it left. That is for sure. I think Wilkins did get some bonus points for leading a lap. We'll see what the official results look like, but man, this was a great and much needed win for Morningstar. Thomas Noble, he finished 4th. He's 3rd in the points. Isabella Ramon, 21st, didn't do so well. Freddie Trammell finished in 15th. And Trunnion, he finished 14th. And CJ Slava 3rd. So he'll gain some ground as well. But we had a great finish here at Bristol. Congrats to Morningstar. On tap for tomorrow is Lotus. And Supercars. And then on Friday is Next Gen Round of 12. But like always, thank you for supporting the stream and the league. I will see you guys next time.